Now we are going to discuss oligopoly. An oligopoly is an industry with a small number of competitors that sell similar products, so they're competing in the same market. And in an oligopolistic industry, firms are concerned with the behavior of their rivals. This is what we call strategic behavior. My decision depends on what other firms will do. In competitive markets, monopolistic markets, and even monopolistically competitive markets, the firm looked out at a demand curve and made its decision based solely on the combination of marginal cost and marginal revenue that was given to it by the demand curve that it faced. In an oligopolistic industry, the demand curve that a firm faces may depend on the behavior of its competitors, and so firms behave strategically and must react to what their competitors are doing. One thing that's interesting or useful sometimes in measuring whether an industry is an oligopoly or some other kind of industry is to calculate a concentration ratio. And this is a measure of how concentrated an industry is. And so what we often do is to conduct an index where we add up the market shares, the total sales of the largest firms in the industry, and sometimes we'll compute a 4-firm concentration ratio or an 8-firm concentration ratio, and we add up essentially the market share of the largest number of firms in the industry. Alternatively, sometimes economists will use something called a Herfindahl index, where they calculate the square of the market share of the largest firms in the industry. This will make an industry that has one firm that has, say, 80% of the market look somewhat different than an industry where each of the 4 largest firms has about 20% of the market. We use concentration ratios, though, to try to measure just how concentrated an industry is.